Morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, the 28th of December, and this is your pre opening comment. We're going to keep it short this morning because there's not a lot of information out there. This is video number 1080. Okay, uh, Asia is mixed, Europe is higher. And as I said, there's really not that much new information. All of the mega cap stocks that were up yesterday are also up again this morning. Tesla's up another 20, Microsoft up a bit, Apple up a fraction, even though there's news on it. Facebook up, so a little bit of follow through momentum. Apple's news is that they are closing all 11 of their New York City retail locations because of COVID. So we'll have to see if that has any effect. More importantly, the teleprompter readers are yammering again because the stock is over 180. That 182.86 is 3 trillion, and it got there so fast. And I mean, it's a number. Yes, it's a big company. I get it. Um, but in terms of, you know, whether or not you should own it, it means absolutely nothing. Goldman Sachs requiring vaccinations for all of its returning employees. And a little one, RELI, that's Reliance Insurance. It's been kind of all over the place. Um, the stock came from $3 and hit 8.25 on an acquisition that they were making. They took the opportunity to do a secondary when the stock was that high. It came all the way back down to 405. But this morning it's trading at 680, up a dollar and a half, or 30%. No real news on it this morning, but this is something that happens, and frankly, I think it's good. These stocks get, have rallies on news, and then they immediately try and raise money, which is, makes sense. Okay, at 7:30 this morning, the Dow was up 98, the Nasdaq was up 85, and the S&P was up 13. Right now, the Dow is up about 82. The Nasdaq is up about 74 and a half, and the S&P is in that same area, up about 12. As you can see on the screen, the oil has continued to rise. Yesterday it traded as high as 76. Today it's traded as high as almost 77. I'll give you a look at that. Yep. The high for the day so far is 76.92. As I mentioned last night, it did regain this 100-day MA. Now it's got to try and regain the 50-day. It's actually trading right on it. I still think that this is going to work higher, but I also think that this 78, 79, 80 area should be a fair amount of supply. The corn was down 2.5 cents, consolidating some of that rally that we've had. Gold is up 14. The silver is up 43. I want to take a look at the silver more than the gold in here because I think on a percentage basis it has a better shot of maintaining a bit of an uptrend here because it didn't get down as low as the gold did on the pullback. This high right here is 30.35. We had this nice little double bottom on the weekly, 21.41, closing near the high. And again, 2 weeks ago, 21.41, closing near the high. Where the 5 week is slowly turning up. but it will take a while to get it through there. On the daily chart, let's take a look. On the daily chart, it is through there. But we're coming into, a bunch of the moving averages, even though these have turned up. You know, there's still some supply around, excuse me, around 23 and 3/4. We're trading 23.42. So likely to get to 23.75, but as I said, there's some trouble there. Coffee was down again yesterday. Lumber was limit up again yesterday. That's an interesting one because it is right back to the high close that it had 2 weeks ago on the weekly. Let's give you a look at that. 2 weeks ago, 1,089.10. Yesterday, 1,089.80. So, the high here is 1136 and change. I still looks like 1200 to me, but that's a pretty wild one, and it has made a pretty substantial move. Okay, dollar is down a little. Bitcoin is down hard, 2,000. After trading above 52,000 yesterday, it's below 50,000 today with a low of 48,665. So pretty volatile. The Ethereum is also down, but not nearly as strongly as I've been talking about the fact that we're into some resistance here, and the trend was lower, even though I think that it works higher. But again, I still favor Ethereum as a more useful coin, a coin that is being used. Their blockchain is being used to generate NFTs. The chart is less extreme to the downside, but I will say this last 3-week period with straight across tops into resistance, excuse me, could send us down to test 3,300, 3,400 if it does break below. We have the rollover of the 5-week, and we have it getting awfully close to the 20-week. Bonds were little changed the last I looked, and they are up 7/32, so just less than a quarter. The FHFA Housing Price Index and Case-Shiller don't come until after 9 o'clock, so I'll put something out later in the Discord room when those numbers appear. Have a good morning. Enjoy the Santa Claus rally, but keep those position sizes appropriate. And I want to remind everyone that we are still doing the futures trading with our trader, Dennis Marlowe. If you're interested, and frankly you should be, please get either a direct message or an email or a phone call, and I'll be happy to give you all of the information about it. Have a good morning.